Hey y'all, welcome back to my channel Land Before Time, with your host Littlefoot. If you didn't get that reference, you probably grew up on Dinosaur Train. Either way, welcome aboard. Today we're going to be looking at k closest points to the origin once again, but this time we're going to see if we can spot any unnecessary work and optimize the existing solution. Last time we left off, we created a solution at nlog end time. However, could we possibly do better? Let's take a look at the information we have one more time and see if we can create a more optimized solution. We know that our points is going to have n, so let's take this example right here and focus on just whole numbers rather than the points, just for understanding if there is potentially a better way. We know here that our n is going to be 4, and our k is equal to 2. We're only returning 2 elements, and we don't really care about anything more than 2. So could potentially we get something like a k log n solution. Our current solution utilizes a min heap, and we know that the property of a min heap is to always have the smallest element on the top. Let's try to use the min heap to see if we can maintain a size of k. And for this example, we know that we're going to be adding the elements as follows. We would start with the 4, then we would go ahead and add in a 3. And this is our size 2, which, great, we maintained our size 2. However, 2 is coming in, and when we have to maintain the size of 2, and we also have to add another element, which happens to be smaller than 3, we need to go all the way down here to the kth element to delete it before we can add 2, which we know that's not going to be more efficient than our nlog n solution, so that doesn't seem to be the right approach. But what if we flip it and we go ahead and use a max heap, because we know the properties of a max heap will be the top will always be the largest, which for this problem, it's always going to be the farthest from the origin. So if we apply using a max heap, where we say, okay, let's fill up the heap until we have a size k, and then we start popping the top off until we've gone through the entire points list and we have our k closest points to the origin. That's going to look something like this, where we would start with 4, then we would do 4, 3. When 2 comes into the picture, we go ahead and remove 4. 3 moves up here and 2 comes down here. And similarly, 1 and 2. And now that we've processed all of the elements in our points list, we know that these are going to be our 2 closest elements to the origin in this case. All right, so let's go ahead and update our blueprint now. We're still going to need to go through our list. Then instead of adding our items to a min heap, we know that we're going to be adding them to a max heap. And we know that there's going to be certain conditions associated with adding to the max heap. So if the size is less than k, we just simply add. Otherwise, less than or equal to k. Otherwise, we need to check to see which one is smaller, and then we remove the top one and we add the new smaller one to it. And lastly, remote. What is this click? Where we get this magical remote from Bed Bath & Beyond where we can fast forward all of our Leetcode grinding? No, I just can't spell to save my life. So remove the top k from not our min heap, but our max heap, and then transfer it to our output. And in this case, the top k is literally going to be our entire heap. With that said, let's go ahead and jump straight into coding. All right, so the first thing that we want to do is update our comparator, because obviously we don't want a min heap anymore. We want a max heap. Then we're going to come down to our list over here, and we're going to update this for our max heap and for our size k. now that we've updated this section over here, let's scroll down and update this guy. We no longer have to check to see if k is greater than 0 because obviously the heap is the size of k. Since order does not matter, we can go ahead and keep this like that, and I think we should be good to go. Let's go ahead and submit. And there we have it, the klog n version of k closest points to the origin. And with that said, happy Leetcoding. If you found this video helpful, give it a like, comment, share, and subscribe. See you in the next one.